Hey, welcome to Honey Grove Homestead. I thought today would be a great day to take you on a property tour. We just had 2 days of storms and bad weather, and today it's beautiful outside. So we'll start in our driveway. Our property is 4 acres. We live on a backcountry road in Georgia. However, we do live in a small neighborhood, and everybody here has a little bit of property. We do have a very park-like piece of property that we have kind of dug up and trashed a little bit as we have, decided where we're putting things, and there were some things that we had to tear out. Over there used to be a pool and a deck. When we moved here, the pool was not here, but the deck was, and it was dangerous, so we had to tear it out. So this was a pole barn up in front of us, and we didn't really have a purpose for it. We don't have RVs or very large vehicles, so we decided to turn it into a chicken coop and chicken run. So due to hawks and neighbor dogs who run free, our chickens cannot free range. The one time that they escaped, some of them were carried off by hawks, and one was mauled by the neighbor dogs. So we do have to keep them contained. The pole barn makes a very large run for them, and I have a total of 13 birds right now, but there's plenty of room to expand. Hey guys, so this is the pole barn turned chicken coop and chicken yard. We also had ducks last fall. We decided they were just not right for our property due to having to have them confined in this space, and it just got messy. But there's plenty of space here for us to grow our flock if we decide to do so. So then walking down toward the shop, it is just a shop. My husband fixes cars in there, he builds things in there. But back behind the pole barn / coop and run, the old owners had a garden. Now, we do not use this space for a garden. As you can tell, we haven't done anything with it other than slowly take down the fencing so we can use it for other things. And the reason is because these tall trees in the summertime are very full and leafy, and this is a very shaded area. So I'm not really sure why there was a garden back here. I do plan on eventually doing something with this space. We may add some animals. We've talked about some cooney pigs. We've talked about goats, we've talked about sheep, but we are doing things to our property as time and money allow. So yeah, right now I've been really focused on my gardens, and so a lot of our extra money has gone into dirt and plants and seeds. So back behind the shop, there are some animal shelters that were here, but they were full of stuff. So, and we are still, this one's almost cleaned out. And this one, for the most part, is cleaned out outside of the wood that's up against it. And it looks like that the previous owners had some birds in here. Oh, you can't really see it. Anyway, my only problem with this back area where the shelters are is how our property sits. All of the water from rain runs down back here, and these shelters do get a little bit of water inside of them. So if we use them for animal shelters, and we probably will at some point, we are going to have to put in a raised floor and try and fix that. This is where the old coop and run were. When we bought the house, it was already here. Our shed that's over by the pole barn was the chicken coop, and it had a laying box. And this whole area had fencing around it. And it would have made a really great area for chickens, except for all of our water runs down here. And that was causing a lot of issues with the health of our chickens. And then back here, I call this the Grove. I also call it no man's land because you will not catch me just roaming around here in the summertime due to snakes. I do live in Middle Georgia. We do have a lot of poisonous snakes, and they are back here. So last year, my dog over there got bit by a poisonous snake, and we had to take him to the vet hospital, and they had to save his life. So we are cautious. We do mow back here. My husband has not mowed yet. That was the compost. We have since moved the compost. So it's very beautiful back here though. And we do have a goal to someday, again, have some kind of grazing small animals, pigs or something that can live back here, and maybe someday get a livestock guardian dog. Fitz is our farm dog. He's definitely not a guardian dog. So that is something that we have discussed for the future, but we'll see. We'll see what the future brings regarding that. Fitz has not learned anything since he got bit by a snake. He still runs through our grove like a maniac, and I do get concerned about him, but yeah, hopefully as he gets older, he's a little bit more cautious. I don't know. He loves it back here. So our property goes all the way to that fence up there. That's our giant burn pile that we slowly burn. And actually sometimes we use the branches for other things. We burn it. We have also used it in our fire pit. Yes, there are snakes in it. Last year we burned the entire pile, and this is the new pile. And then we have the previous owners. I don't know. They just put a bunch of flowers in here. There is a border. I don't know what we will ever do with this space over here, if we'll just leave it. It's really pretty in the springtime, but the rest of the year it just looks like some bushes over here. And as you can see, we do have a lot of trees around us. And then originally I had wanted to put our garden space here, but we have septic, and this is the septic field, so nothing can go here. So it's just used for my grandkids to run and play, and nothing else will go here. We've got this giant oak tree that I have actually wanted to remove. I don't know if we ever will. I don't like that it's so big and so close to the house. Okay, and then over here, this is where the pool and the deck was that I had mentioned. Originally we were gonna put a playground over here, like clean it up, fix it up, and put a play set, but we have chosen to build some garden beds in here. The longer I live here, the more I get to know my property, and I'm constantly changing where I want my gardens to be. Right now we do have the main garden up front, and I will take you up there. But eventually I don't want that to be my main garden. And back by where my chicken yard or chicken run and chicken coop are, I do have a small garden, and I was thinking maybe I would put a garden over there. Matter of fact, I was sure of it, but now that we have decided not to put a playground in this space, I thought, well, I already have my patio garden, which is right next to it. This wouldn't be a bad spot to have my main garden. And then right by the garden over there, or this area over here, this is a space that our adult children like to come and have little fires and roast marshmallows. And then coming back here, this is what I call the fruit bowl. And I call it that because I do have a lot of fruit growing in the middle of it. I've got some grapes, I've got blueberry bushes. Over here I've got some kiwi growing. And then in the back I have some raspberries, although I don't know if all those raspberries are still alive. I've been questioning whether these are alive or not. See, and it really doesn't look like this one is. Matter of fact, looking at these, the only one that looks like it's still alive is this one. So I may have to replant some raspberries. I'm going to take you to the front of the property. And that is where my main garden is currently. That was a space that we had just decided when we first moved here, after trying a few different spaces, that we were going to put it there. It gets plenty of sun. The only thing I don't like about the space is that we don't have a super close water source, so I'm always hand watering the garden up there. Okay, so this is the front yard. We've got our dog yard over here, but we have a small orchard that we have planted. The first things that we planted here were our fruit trees, and we have apple and peach and pear and pomegranate and mulberry and hazelnuts and nectarines, and it looks like all of our little trees are doing well. And then this is our main garden. We have started working on the back area. We have a nice big pile of soil that we are going to be laying down cardboard and doing a no-till method after we mow it down again. And then our property goes to about where that trailer is. And this is the front and the side. So that is all 4 acres of our property. We do have a lot of projects that we're thinking about and a lot of goals that we want to reach, but this is where we're at. It has actually come a long way since we first moved here, but yeah, there's still a lot of things that we want to do. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Bye.